owner's manual. And then in this bag, there's the remote control, and then the cradle. So it'll be mounting hardware, the remote control, the cradle, and then batteries. So
okay.
That'll come with every kit then. Installation hardware, and then we're going to get into removing this the relay board that's on this side. And for Wonder owners and things like that, this will be your electrical connection panel. So you
so you...
Yeah, so once we get open.
Oh, yeah, I see. No, that's okay. But, yeah, so you just take those 2 screws off.
Yep.
And that's a cover plate. And this is the bottom part that goes, like for a Wonder owner, would go, for a non-ducted setup, would go on the ceiling of the interior of the coach.
Absolutely. So on a Wonder setup, you'll have actually a control panel here, in addition to the remote control.
Right.
Yep. So then on the Wonder owners, this panel here will be the
electrical connection box. Oh yeah, yeah, just terminals, like for any 120 system. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So for yours, we don't need this anymore.
Rooftops are here, so it's going to get a little noisy maybe.
Okay.
So basically, for what
More
we're
Atmoses are here.
Mm-hmm. So 18 pallets.
For the ducted folks, none of this bottom piece gets used, right?
Correct. Yes. For the ducted folks, the inside of your coach will stay as is.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, that'll be good, Kevin, because we can pull one off for this.
And then what you're even though I said you don't use this bottom part, you're going to be using the control board.
Correct. Yeah, we're still going to be
from
using
it.
Correct. So that all the functions, all the safety features, so on and so forth, will
the
stay.
brain.
The brain. Yep.
Right.
So we're going to pull some wires out of here.
Okay, but first thing we want to do is we want to turn off all the power. So I'm going to be turning off
Does a light help or hurt you?
Oh, it's fine. I'm going to be turning off my inverters, and I'm going to be turning off the house battery switch. And we're not plugged into shore power or anything, so all the power is killed now.
Okay. Oops. Try to.
Here, you want to?
Might be able to sit. It's going to be a
Here,
real
I can
bright
hold
light.
it. Oh.
You probably had this down before.
There's a
Yeah, I put magnets on it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, so this is on a 2014 Unity. So these, this is the standard roof ceiling panel with the air return, and it's going to be coming off because of this is a different system than just a purely ducted system. It's called a dump and duct, which means you can sort of use it like a non-ducted system, but then you also have the benefit of the ducted. These little louvers right here, you can open those and dump the cold air.
You're already, aren't you?
Or the ducted part, which I never use those louvers, but anyway. So so this is on 2015 and a half, and older models have this. The 2016 and newer models don't have any kind of a ceiling adapter like this. They just have air return like a normal ducted system.
okay to set this right
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Okay.
We'll have to get that. Okay, so then this is what.
I'm gonna get into your power here.
Yeah,
I'll
that
check
box
it to
is
make
the power
sure.
box.
Yep. They're using square bits.
Yeah. Do you have a square bit?
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay. All right.
You
So
guys
this is
don't
what.
like square bit, isn't it?
Oh, I don't mind a square bit,
I love that.
but they are Canadian. Yes.
Yeah, I know.
That squirrel cage you see up there, that's the fan on the rooftop unit. And then this is the air return side. And this is the 120 AC power box. And those colored wires are the 12-volt wires.
Puppies and their energy.
And then you've got Phillips on the junction box cover. Yeah, they just use wire nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got the control, the junction box out and the 120 disconnected, and now we're going to be removing this plate, which is the air return and that duct dumping part of the kit that you buy with these Dometics to put it in this unit. And these long bolts that are being pulled out, that's what connects the top half of the Penguin to this plate down here. So once these big bolts, long bolts are removed, then the top part of the Penguin 2 will be, able to be removed from the roof. Yeah, I had Turnabond taped because I wanted to seal it up to get it to perform better.
Watch that knife. Oops, that is tough. Tape there. Pull it right from, I don't want to gouge the ceiling anywhere, so. There's a knife.
Yeah.
One more time right there. Here. I got this. I just don't want it to hit the ceiling.
Yep.
Okay. Let me take this out.
Now that part's not going to be reused in the Atmos installation.
Correct. Not reused. We're going to be providing a new,
New
plate,
plate.
that will adapt to our unit.
Right.
And now the unit is loose, but it's
Right. You have Dicor.
Dicor.
There's Dicor. Leisure sealed the Penguin with Dicor, so now we're going to have the arduous task of breaking that from the roof
Right.
of the from our roof.
Put this up in there or push it through the hole.
Push it
through
this
the
way.
return hole. Yeah.
Okay.
It's looking good there.
Yeah. We're within all of that same.
Yep.
Yeah,
This fits inside of
footprint.
your white. Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Here's our learning curve right now. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Cool.
And you get in here and start chopping.
Okay, so now we'll have to, I'll come back because we got to take the top part off the roof now.
Idea of building.
So yeah, it turns out that this
Leisure.
is really butyl tape that Leisure puts, and they use a nice big thick piece so you won't have any water leakage. So we've got to break that seal of that butyl tape to get it off the roof. So we'll go do that and get this rooftop unit off. Okay, so this is what the bottom of the Dometic would be. It'll be this thick foam, and then Leisure put butyl tape on top of it. So Kevin is going to use like a sawzall, you know, with a long blade, and get in there, and basically you're just going to be cutting through the foam. Yeah. Okay.
I can hold all the way. See how it went in?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's so that black there is about 2 inches wide.
Periodically, I'm going to check and see if I can get it. They were starting to make movement there. Get that other corner. Getting there. You ready?
Ready?
Yep.
Success!
Here we go.
All right. I'll
Use
come
this
back.
if you want to. So when he's done with the forklift, we'll bring that up and take off this unit.
Oh, so you don't even have to take the top off for anything.
No. Only time you take the top off would be on the exterior mount. You know, the ones that are
The
bolted,
ducted.
the ducted,
Right.
exterior ducted mount.
Well, the 2016 and newer. You know, I'm going to say real ducted versus what we have.
And you do all your work up here with the wiring and everything.
And this would be the same situation with a Wonder. They take it from underneath, just like we did,
Everything like you did.
and then they just lift this off the roof, kick it off the roof. Okay, we'll come back. Yeah. So do you connect it from the inside?
I don't know.
Well, I think we're gonna have to take the top.
We won't be using the 12 volt again, but do I need to take the cover off, Kevin, to get the 12 volt?
Oh, well, if we don't need to use the 12 volt again, then you should just be able to.
You should be good now, guys.
Right.
Oh.
I think. Okay. Now.
Wait,
Step in the hole.
Okay. Now,
they're still hooked. Now, are these?
are the OEM wires.
Yeah. So,
Furnace wires.
So as far as I still want to send the 12 volt, you know, I want to put the red and the white and the red wire together.
Okay.
So we just take power to the old, so we can do it right from there.
Yep.
So you could just cut them.
Yep.
So just cut them off anywhere.
So
That should be plenty long.
I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut the Dometic side, right?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm gonna
then
cut
we'll
this
know,
side right
yeah.
here.
Yeah, then we'll know the codes.
That's what I did when I
Yeah.
did the rooftop.
Clear.
get as much of it as I can with my hand.
Yeah.
If I can get, I'm gonna get as much of it as I can with my hand.
Yeah.
If I can get it started.
Now, the one thing that we did have to do is we had to cut the wires from the Penguin 2 where Leisure splices into them. So we'll have them used to power the furnace, remote, or in my case, I'm just gonna install the Ceilo remote since I don't have a furnace. And then once we cut those wires, then the unit just lifted off of the roof. Now we've got the arduous task of cleaning all this stuff out of the hole and around the hole so we have a nice clean mating surface for the new Atmos. So we'll get on that and come back. Okay, so we got all the butyl tape scraped off. Now we're going to take a vacuum cleaner and put the big stuff in a trash box and get on with cleaning the surface. We're going to use acetone and get this all shiny and white. Okay, so we got all the butyl tape scraped off. Now we're going to... Okay, so you do not want to skimp on cleaning around your hole. You want this to get clean, smooth, as back to smooth, nice as possible, because that's the seal of your air conditioner. So spend the time to get that clean. Now we also cleaned back because the Atmos is longer. So it's going to end up coming very close to my fantastic fan. That's why like a Truma won't fit on my roof, because it's 44.5 inches long, whereas the Atmos is only like 42.3 or something, 42 inches and a quarter. So that's the only thing that will fit on this roof, other than just replacing it with the Dometic, because of that fantastic fan is so close. So you really need to measure, if you have something sitting on the back of your Dometic, to make sure you have the 2.5 inches. Basically the Atmos is 2.5 inches longer on the back. So make sure you have that for the installation. Okay, Kevin is installing double-sided Eternabond tape around the black gasket of the Atmos. But you never want to turn the Atmos on its back like a turtle, because you've got oil in your compressor and motors, and you don't want it to basically leak out of the area that it's in, or else if you do put it back on its back like a turtle, then you need to when you turn it back up, you can't try to run it right away. It needs to sit for some time for all that oil to drain back into the right places. So in our case, we're not tipping it on its back, we're just tipping it on the side, and he's putting the double-sided tape around, and then he's gonna hand it up here with a forklift, and then we'll peel the other side off and stick it to the roof when we're ready. So we had to rethink how we're sticking the gasket on. We're using the double-side Eternabond tape, but true to its name, once you stick it, you're stuck. So it doesn't give you, it's not forgiving enough to give you room to position it. So we are going to put the gasket on first over the hole, and then lower the Atmos unit on top of it while somebody's under there guiding it. But we did have it on its side, and so I wanted to tell people, if you have to turn it on its side or on its back like a turtle, you don't want to have it that way for very long, minutes. And then once you do put it over, get it installed over the hole, let it sit for like 2 hours. Make sure you don't try to start using it for a couple of hours after you've had it sitting flat on the roof, to allow all the oil and everything to get back to the right places. You ready?
Kevin, you take your corner towards the office. Okay, down. Yep.
Okay, so the way we got it on is we stuck the gasket to the coach opening, and then one person went inside and two people on top slowly lowered it while the person under in the coach got it centered and positioned correctly, and then we let go of it.
Can you grab me in the man cage? Grab me with a... Yeah.
Now we also took all the stickers off. Here's my serial number.
We have them. And I gotta make a divider plate.
And then I
too.
also have the
I'm gonna have Kurt come and get me with that.
the specs, which I'm going to save. But anyway, so take that off.
Now, I'll get some aluminum metal tape, but we haven't compressed anything yet. But there's open cell foam and that insulation board.
Okay.
This is what we're gonna smash up against as we come down, and we're gonna smash against the top.
To be the baffle, the separating baffle between
Yep. The
what
in and out.
what was the dump.
Yep. I don't know why these
yeah,
are open.
okay.
Not sure why these are open. I'm gonna go ahead and cover them
Oh
with
yeah,
aluminum
yeah.
tape.
You don't want any
Nope.
leakage
And
whatsoever.
any sealing we have to do, we can do once we're compressed
Right.
on this side.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You want to see what the compression's
Yep.
going to
So,
do?
hey, do you have any aluminum tape you can get me?
Yep, Kirk's getting it right
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what. I think that might have been wire chases that they just didn't
But
use.
they didn't use
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But we'll seal it off so no air goes
Yeah.
in there.
Well, that looks good.
Yeah. And we'll, we got plenty of room for
Yeah, come around here,
anything
Danny.
here is where
Oh
the
yeah.
control
So
board.
that's right at the dump plenum where it's coming out of the fan.
It's sad.
Anyway, we were really curious. Okay, I was.
And we can go through this with her in a minute.
Yeah.
I just want to fit it because I may have to change some things.
Yep. That's up.
Now what I need to do, we're sealing. I just want to, I don't want to torque it down. I want her to see it and then we'll take it apart. You there?
That's what I don't like. That's not sealed,
Right.
and so it's it's a leakage.
Right.
And to me, with a ducted system, you want everything as tightly sealed as possible, because I mean you've got so many vents on this roof, on the ceiling, that you want good flow. You want good pressure coming out of every duct. You're just using plain old
Aluminum duct tape.
aluminum duct
Aluminum
tape.
to aluminum there.
Yeah. That's good. And you'll do the same thing once you
Once we're in,
compress.
I'll compress it, then I'll
and
go on this
seal all
side.
that,
Yep,
too.
along the wire.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so always hand thread these bolts in to the unit, to the Atmos unit on the roof, because you don't want to strip any of the threads. That's all pre-threaded up there. And if you strip the threads, you're done. You're not going to be able to get the tight, pulled down, compressed
Good.
fitting that you need to get with the unit this way.
Did you grab?
Okay, so Kevin went and notched out
And we'll
this
have
plate a little
manufactured
bit
that
so
way
you
without
could
how
move
long.
it from side to side and make sure that it perfectly covered the impression that the grill makes in that area and the old plate made. And always, like I said before, always put these in hand tight, because
I wonder.
the holes in the Atmos are pre-threaded, and you don't want to strip any
Think
threads.
that'll sweat? Should I be putting foam inside of that?
Yeah.
Oh, what now? Oh, you know what?
Condensation?
Yeah.
I was worried about.
Yeah, we need to put a foam.
Oh,
I can go foam that real
Yeah,
quick.
because that air is gonna come straight
Cold
down.
and warm.
You're right.
oh yeah.
Better safe.
So you're just going to put more of that foam,
I have some foam like that divider board
yeah, and you're going to line the inside
of the
just
one
so
side.
it won't. Oh, yeah, of the
Pull there.
the ducted side basically,
Yes.
so it doesn't build up condensation. That's good. In the corner, Leisure did not seal the ducting So that's just another place where unwanted air is diverted. So we're taping taping that up as well. So the
Did you see that?
ductwork is completely sealed, at least as much as we can see. So look for all that kind of stuff and seal it up when you're doing this yourself.
In Ontario, isn't
Yep.
it?
Yeah.
Let me let go of it. There you go. You can let go. Yep. Yeah, Windsor. They think they got third in the world.
Oh,
A pizza place in Ontario there.
that
Third in the
might
world.
Well worth a detour.
For sure. Better than Chicago.
There we go. That get us close. I don't know if we get where until we get somebody to actually.
Yeah. Okay. Now slowly tighten.
Now we do have there's a torque spec to these.
Okay.
If someone hasn't done it before, it's 50 inch-pounds.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Just do it yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna
That's what I do too.
take the
But-
light from you
but
if
yeah.
I can, so I can
Oh,
see the
yeah.
gasket.
But that's good.
I'm just kind of moving around.
I just wanted to see if you could see really.
In a little bit. It's a very
You can
dense
see it
gasket.
bubbling just a little, bubbling out a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
And then
And you
he
really,
wanted-
and it doesn't need to be like super pulled down. I mean, it
No,
just needs
you don't.
some deformation for the seal.
Yep. You can actually overly do that
Yeah,
and
which
pull
would
the,
be bad.
Pull the threads out of the rib nut.
Okay, so
I'm
say
still
that again.
So
So you used the closed foam
I used an insulated foam board, and then I put a closed cell
foam for the bigger, thicker part.
around it, sticky, so it wouldn't, for condensation and all that.
Right.
And then the ends, I used an open cell foam. Which is
For the compression.
for the compression.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, Kevin has used the aluminum tape to seal. Oh yeah, that's going into the duct that way.
This is your return air.
Yeah, to seal off the return. This is the return air that gets sucked up. Fresh air gets sucked up across the cooling coils. So he taped around there. Now you don't have to tape where the foam meets the metal plate because that compressed as he was screwing down the plate, pulling the plate and the actual air conditioner unit together to make the seal. So you just want to seal it up basically from the sides and the top part, so there's no return air going where you don't want it to go. You want it to go straight up into the unit to do the cooling of the. So that's it.
That would be on the free blow plenum, non-ducted.
Oh, the non-ducted. Okay, so that would be the wonder people when they're using both halves, because this screws up, these terminals line up with the lower unit of the Atmos. But in our case, and the ducted people, you're going to cut it off because you have to make the connection separately. And this is the 120. Yeah, the torque on those bolts, sandwiching or pulling the rooftop unit to that plate is 50 inch-pounds, right?
Inch.
50 inch-pounds if anybody wants to use a torque wrench.
Okay.
Okay, we're running it. Nice cold air coming out. So we'll keep on going with the installation. Okay, so we used wires from the old wiring from the Dometic to power this USB, which turned our Ceilo hand unit on, wall mounted unit. So now we're testing it to see if how it's going to work with the way that we have the control board installed.
We're off a little bit here. Is that okay?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we have the outside, we have the cover put back on, and we're running the unit, which I imagine this is high, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's, you know, just starting to cool. Wow, this is a lot quieter.
That's quieter for sure.
And all my vents are blowing out really nice cold air. Oh, that's great. Now I will say that all the vents aren't blowing equally because just the design, like this one is weaker, but it's the design of the leisure ducted system. Because here in the back, these right here in the kitchen, and then these in the bathroom, I mean, they are blowing out strong, and they're the furthest away from the unit. So okay, so we're done. It's only been like 5 minutes, but it is so cold. I had to turn the Atmos off so we can finish the installation. So I mean, it's fabulous. It is frosty cold and quiet.